want to do. Who cares what other people think? Right? Who cares what they think? That's what today is about. Vibe style is really truly about you. It is about you doing the things that you want to do. So let me record. All right, welcome everybody to part two. Today is Wednesday. Part two is vibe style. So we're going to talk about it. It is our prerogative, Tamika, to do the things that we want to do. And it doesn't matter what other people think about it, as long as we're not hurting anybody. That's what my dad used to say. As long as I'm not hurting anybody else, mind your own beeswax, right? So I want you guys to really, truly mind your own business. And I mean your business, the business that pays you. Like really, truly, today is about minding our own business. I'm going to do what I want to do. I want you guys to feel comfortable, really, truly just failing your way to success. Sometimes you just got to try things and eventually something's going to stick if you don't quit and give up. So what I want you guys to do, let's have fun on this call today. Let me go ahead and allow you to unmute. So go ahead, unmute everybody, state your name. Let me know where you're
Paul
calling
Adams,
from.
Norfolk, Virginia.
Harvey Simmons, Lakeland, Florida.
All right.
Coach Kola, California.
Welcome.
Gardner, Miami, Florida.
Eastern Georgia.
June Moore from Connecticut.
Lisa
Fine,
Butler,
Detroit.
Miami, Florida.
Shanae Folks, Maryland.
South Carolina.
Henry from LA.
Clarksville, Tennessee.
All right.
Kathy
Welcome.
Bowie from Denver.
Sorority from Connecticut.
Beaumont, Texas.
All right. Welcome.
Peter from Virginia.
Martin
Miriam
from
from
Jamaica.
Miriam from Mexico.
All right. Welcome. All right. Welcome,
From
welcome.
Guyana.
Welcome from Guyana. It's late over there. Welcome. We're going to get started in less than 60 seconds, and we're going to dive it in and get your questions ready toward the end because we're going to kind of vibe back and forth on this particular call. Last call, guys. State your name. Let me know where you're calling from.
Beverly from New York.
All right, Beverly.
Robert, Denver.
Hey, Robert.
Emma.
Murder. Now you may want to go tell everybody because I'm actually going to tell you guys something really, really exciting and important today. So it pays to come to class. So welcome everybody. On Wednesdays, I've decided to kind of jump in here and talk about Vibe Style and Vibe Global until we really get it off the ground. And then I won't have to say much because people will see and they will just follow the leaders. They'll follow all of you. So I do want to say I appreciate you guys on this pre-launch journey. Pre-launches are not easy because you have to be the pioneer. That's it. So for the next about 30 to 90 days, we're testing systems, plugging stuff in, seeing if it works, right? And you guys have an opportunity to be a part of that from the ground floor. So I appreciate it. All right. So what I want to do right now is I'm going to dive right in to Vibe Style. So this morning we talked about Vibe Global. Vibe Global is course creation. And you want to go through the onboarding, and I will be uploading the videos from earlier into the back Vibe Global section. I do want to show you guys something. Every day, probably something is going to pop up new in your back office. So you just want to make sure that you really spend some time back here. So I showed you guys this earlier today. This. All right. So I showed you this earlier today. When you go into your back office, the flagship product that everybody is paying for right now, the Pro and the Legend, is the Vault. And the Vault is fully functional, okay? But you'll see some things pop up. Now, with Vibe Global, eventually, if you create courses, you're going to be back here as well. And you're going to be able to promote your courses. But you're also going to have an entire landing page dedicated just to yourself. And you can promote your courses outside of the platform. And let me refresh because when you're on this page too long, it'll expire. All right, so now what you guys should be able to see back here is you should be able to see where it says creator lobby and unscripted. Okay, join the new Vibe Tribe communities. So we are going to have some other Vibe Tribe communities as well, but this is where you guys want to spend time, not necessarily posting in Telegram. We're going to be driving all traffic to the back office. Okay, I was looking, and out of the 4,000 people that activated, there was really like 2,000 people who have never logged into the vault before. Like, I can see all of you guys. I can see how many times you logged in. I can see the last time you logged in. So when people say, oh, it's not working for me, I just want to go look what's not working, and I want to figure out how to fix it. And most of the time, what's not working for people is they pay for things they don't use. They don't even plug in. They have no clue what's going on. So I want you guys to start logging in. So what we're going to do, write this down, is we're going to start gamifying the back office. We are currently working on that right now. One of our programmers, Alex, is pretty phenomenal. And we're going to gamify the back office. There's going to be things that you can go back here and do every 24 hours, like watch a video or push some buttons here or there and earn points. And then you can use those points and redeem those points for, you know, different rewards, prizes. Maybe you get so many, you get a free ticket at the convention. So we're going to gamify the back office. I was in a network marketing company that did that, and it really helped to get people to get engaged and to get into their back office. That's super important. Okay. So if you click access my vault and scroll down, creator lobby is your entry point into the Vibe Global course ecosystem. Now, all of you guys can see this and you can participate, but only legends can create. I got to figure out why that token keeps expiring, but we'll fix it. Okay. When you click on this, this is where now you guys can start coming back here and begin communicating back here. Okay. And we're going to do some gamification back here too. Like, we may say, hey, I want everybody to go back here and post something, you know, creative. Or we may say, click this pinned message and read, and it gives you some things that you can do. Just starting to shape your curriculum, organizing your frameworks, accountability from the like-minded creators. That's what this space is for. It's kind of like Facebook, guys. So you can post, you can upload images and pictures and video. You can do all these things back here. It's pretty cool, I believe. Okay. So we're going to move out of Telegram and we're going to start moving in here so we can start communicating and we can start replying to people's posts. We call it juicing your post. So you might come back here and click reply, and then you have an opportunity to reply to somebody's post. We're going to gamify that as well and give away some great prizes for people who are actually engaging with the community. Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense to all of you guys. Okay. Why do we want to do that? Because if you get a product, you want to start using it. And if you go to Facebook, people are not paying attention to you. Most of the time, they're not paying attention to you. But in here, we're all like-minded individuals. We're going to be paying attention. So you might say, hey, listen, I have a roofing company and I live in Georgia, and maybe just somebody needs their roof done. I don't know. And you can earn some business back there. Now, there's going to be about 5 of these. These are called, write this down. Can you guys hear me? Put a 1 in the chat. Barbara says she can't hear me. Okay, must be Barbara. Log out, log back in. She can't hear me. Unscripted, we just hadn't had a chance to do it yet, to unlink, but there's actually several course cards inside of the unscripted part. They're at the bottom right here, or they're off to the side. You can get into the backyard, creator lobby, the style syndicate, and the market floor. Now, if you have, for example, if I go into the market floor is all about trading. So if you guys want to talk about trading and what went on in class, you want to do it here. Maybe you want to get in here and say, don't take this trade, but I think gold is on the move today. And you might want to really go to TradingView and take a look at it. This is where you guys can have your own trading talk and trading space. And what we did is we linked it to certain courses. For example, if you go back here and you go to the RFX Academy, which is a $20,000 academy, I would use it if I were you. It's pretty phenomenal.
And that's well and fine. However,
so do you see back here where it's connected and you can go straight to the community from here as well. So now you guys can get back and you can start communicating. So I'm super excited about that. One more thing I want to show you before we get into Vibe Style is everybody should go to start here. Especially this new member orientation, when you guys bring someone new in, you want to make them go here and make sure that they get inside of the Telegram, okay? We're going to keep this Telegram open, but we're going to start communicating more inside of the communities. That is the goal, okay? So I am excited to see who posts first inside. I might just have a little something for you. The people who post first inside of these communities. So, all right. Now let's get down to business. I really love how this looks. It came out really, really well. I'm excited about it. All right. So I have some exciting news for you guys. Are you ready? Just put a 7 in the chat if you're ready. Take some notes, and I'll hurry up because I know, that sometimes the men are like, get to the point, lady. So exciting things, because as we have been really, truly going through the process of getting Vibe to where we really want it to be, Vibe really started out as the vault only. Nothing else existed, guys. Okay? Nothing existed except the vault. However, it was back in February. It was back in February where I was like, I don't want to just be a Forex or crypto company. I want the pizzazz. So the pizzazz is allowing legends the ability to create. So creating courses and participating in our merch movement. So here's what happened. With the merch movement, put this down here for a second. 163 people decided to send in lots of things. Okay. Some of them were like on point. All of them were on point, but some of it was like, okay, what do we do with these designs? Okay. Like this person had their like clothes and I'm like, okay, what do we do with this? And then as we started to have conversations for the last, how can we give them more value and allow them to be the brand? So I'm going to show you how big Vibe Style has just gotten for all of you. Write this down. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. Eastern, we're going to get a tour of the facility that we partnered with. 40,000 square foot facility. And there's so many things that you can do, not just mugs and hats or whatever. So you guys are going to get an opportunity to see that. But can you see how everybody was, uploading their different designs? So we've been going through them and it takes a moment to go through some of these things. And we realize that there's some really great things back here, but you might want to just brand yourself. So here's how Vibe Style is going to work. You're going to be able to ignite your creativity. So got a vibe, wear it, sip from it, or sell it. Vibe Style lets legends create custom merch that carries their message into the world. And customers get to enjoy and represent the vibe too. So not only do we want people inside of Vibe to be able to see the Vibe merchandise, because do write this down, guys. Most companies, especially network marketing companies, they make great revenue on merchandise. Okay. It's the merchandise because it all goes to the company. So what we've decided to do is allow you to participate in the rev share so you can make some of the money too. So we're excited about that, but it's going to get a facelift. It's designed to inspire. So it's your vision. It's your merch designed with inspiration, creative commerce so you can explore new ideas, and it should be a lot of fun if you are a creative person. Your joyful expressions through your creativity is what really makes designing fun. We also want you to build your merch legacy. So you can market your message, you can have expressive designs, and you can share in the marketplace. You can share your visions, and this is where you can launch your own ideas. Okay. Now, originally, you guys were going to be sitting on the Vibe Style website. Well, it's going to change slightly, so listen up. Your vision, your merch, create meaningful products that reflect your voice, carry your message, and connect with customers. You can turn your creative vision into merchandise. So you guys are uploading a lot of things, and it takes time to go through those things. And then we realized the more people that we bring on, it is going to be somewhat of a chore to go through thousands of people's designs and be able to get your merchandise up as fast as some of you guys would like to get your merchandise up. So we're making a slight change that I'm excited about. You're going to be able to maximize your style, your creativity. It's your style, it's your way. And we want you to take full ownership of your creative process by designing custom merch that reflects your unique vision. It might be apparel, it might be mugs, it may be banners. You guys are going to get a chance tomorrow to see a lot of the things that our merch partner will allow you to do. Now, there's a lot of different companies that we can connect with, but what I like about our Vibe Style partner is that, they create the website for you. So I'm going to show you guys now what's going to happen. You guys ready? So remember that you guys were going to be able to sit on our website, and we were going to make a little place on there for you so that now you guys can have your t-shirts and mugs. But it was going to get real kind of messy, for lack of a better word, the more we thought about it, because some people just have unorthodox ideas, right? Hassani, unorthodox vision is Hassani's brand, right? And we're like, how can we allow Hassani to have his brand and be able to market it to other people and not have other people have to wade through other people's designs, right? So we did some finagling. We talked to our partners. We cut some deals, and we're going to know more. But now what we're going to do is we're going to do a Vibe Style marketplace. So we have our own web. You can go to it in the back office. Let me show you real quick. Okay. I forgot I put it up here. You can go to it in the back office, and this is what it looks like. Okay. When you click Vibe Style, it takes you to our website with all of our Vibe apparel. We were going to put you guys on here as well. Like right here, this was a section for my dad. When my dad passed away, we did a shine shirt for him. I'm going to create a foundation for my father because my dad was the first one to sign up inside of Vibe. So we put them on here. And what we were going to do is create a space for all of you guys, and all of your hats and mugs and everything could go there. But it was going to get messy really quickly. So what we decided that we're going to do now, we're going to learn more tomorrow, so make sure you're on the calls, is we're going to create a whole new website. And the whole new VYB website will have our course card or our image on there. So like our image would go like right here, but now Hassani can have his own website. And Hassani's website, when you come back here and you click it, it would only go to his page. So the great thing is, listen, it's not going to cost you guys anything to create that site. Now, that's the best part. If you go try to create a website somewhere else and put your t-shirts on there, I've already done it before. I used to have a t-shirt company, and I spent thousands of dollars and a lot of time, energy, blood, sweat, and tears doing my website, trying to format things correctly, trying to make sure that I connect a merchant and this and that. Well, you're not going to have to do that. You're going to be able to get your own page. So it might be Hassani's page back here, and when you click on it, it's going to go to a page that doesn't look like this, right? This is our page. Hassani's going to be able to design his own page. And now people can go through the Vibe Style marketplace and find what they want. How exciting is that, ladies and gentlemen, right? So for those of you in the back who are like, I still don't get it. So instead of us wading through 163 submissions that have 500 different, I don't want to spend all my time doing that. I just do not. I want to look through it. We hired somebody to go through all the designs, but then we also realized, okay, how can we give you guys ownership of your own stuff? So it's going to look something very similar to this. And now you guys can go back here, and every day it might be a new site that pops up, and you can go back here and look around and, oh, that's cool. I want to buy that from Rodnette. Oh, that's cool. Miss Denise, let me go buy this from her. So you guys are going to be able to support, and then you can go to the Vibe Tribes, and you might want to talk about, hey, I got a new design, everybody. Here's my link. And they can click the link and it'll take them right to this page, but it'll take them directly to your page. Okay. So I'm really excited about that. We're basically now going to be a Skillshare for creators. So now we have a marketplace for creators, and we'll have a marketplace that kind of looks like this for course creators as well. So now you guys can spend a lot of time just creating and getting your website together. They'll design it for you, and we cut a deal for you guys, so it's not going to cost you anything. Okay, can there be a directory for products on your page? Yeah, but I'm sure we could do that. That's not a problem at all, to put a menu bar and to put a directory as we're bringing new websites onto the page. Now, you can only put your site on here if you're a legend. That is very important. Otherwise, legends are going to say, why am I paying $250 a month if pros get to create too? Remember, the pro membership is education minus market insights, minus the ability to create. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. How do we justify you paying extra? Because we give you market insights, which are worth thousands of dollars. We give you the ability to create courses, which is worth thousands of dollars. We give you the ability to create your Vibe Style website and sell merchandise to our network that we've built, and that justifies. We also give you legend exclusives, and we also give you the Trader Rehab podcast that's worth $500 a month. We give you that. You're going to see it back there pretty soon. So that's the justification when someone says, what's the point of me being a legend? There's a lot of reasons why $250 a month could yield you 2, 3, 4, 5, 10,000 a month if you play your cards right. Okay? Does that make sense, everybody? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of walk you through. I'm excited about this. So again, this is what our site looks like. We'll probably make some changes to it because it's It's great, but it's not my favorite. It's very purple. But this is where we'll start to have some of our own designs back here as well. Okay. And this is just a part of the Vibe Style site as well. So again, Vibe Style will be just a box over here, but you can also get to it in the back office. But you guys will be sitting right beside us. So people can go and find you in there as well. Okay. For example, your site might look like this. I actually am not copywriting, but these are t-shirt companies that already exist. I just took a little snapshot. So now when someone goes from here and clicks on, finds you in here and clicks on your site, it would take them like to your site. But however, you still have a link that you can share with anybody that you want, and they may never come into Vibe. Okay. So again, I just gave you a couple examples, and they will help you design your website so we can print whatever we want from inside of Vibe. Somewhat not. Some of you guys, you're like, you got your own unique stuff. Really, it depends on what they have with our partnership. So you can't technically just print anything. However, they have a lot of things. So you'll be able to go to them and say, hey, I want to print on a Letterman jacket. I know we're going to do that. Where, how cool is this, guys? Because we're like Vibe U. I'm going to have to call you back, sis. Sorry, my daughter's calling. I want to have a Letterman jacket, and how cool would it be to have all of us show up because we're a part of Vibe University, Vibe U. We all got on our Letterman jackets, and now we start creating some badges so people who could complete the RFX Academy, they could get a badge. People who complete the, certain courses. I know it might sound a little corny, but I think it's pretty dope, and it is worthy to take a picture with a whole bunch of people with Letterman jackets on. Right? It's a cameo moment, and people are like, what's going on? What's that? Well, come over here and get signed up and see. So I just took some snapshots of other people's websites because this is what you guys would be doing with our partner. You would be creating your own site, but they do it for you. You kind of just would tell them what you want, and then you can start to upload different designs, and then it's print on demand. So back in the day when I had a t-shirt company, we didn't have print on demand. We had to just print a whole bunch of smalls, mediums, larges. It's the worst thing that you can do, right? So now somebody can come back here and they can pick a mug and they do all the work. So you do share revenue with them and you share revenue with us because we're putting you on to our connection where you're not having to pay. Does that make sense, everybody? So cut us in on the rev share, because we're going to cut you in on the rev share on our page, but you got to cut us in on the rev share on your page as well. And guess what? We're not going to take a lot because we're not greedy. We just want to make it make sense, and we'll give you our connections and we'll help you get things off the ground. And here's the benefit. I know that many of you guys are thinking, well, I could just go create a Shopify store. Okay, do it. I would create it. If you're a creator, you should have a Shopify store. You should have a, different stores out here so people can find you. But here's the challenge. Do you have the network of people to buy your stuff? Well, over here, we may spotlight certain businesses because let's say that Jack goes out here and refers 7 people this week. And now we're like, you know what? Whoever refers 7 legends this month, you're going to get spotlighted on Vibe News or in our back office, or we're going to talk about you and drive traffic. So it's all about us working together inside of this ecosystem. Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense to all of you guys. Okay? Perfect. Uh-oh. Keep messing up over here. So you can turn your creativity into commerce and your passion into purpose, one design at a time. Remember, Vibe is really, if you think about being a legend in Vibe, it's about $3,000 for the year. is it worth it? Because if you really focus, let's say you're not the biggest builder, but you really focused on selling $3,000 worth of merchandise, you've paid for your entire stay at VYB. You've paid for everything. Like your business is free. That's how I want all of you guys to start thinking. Don't get in here and some of these yahoos who came over and said, oh, well, I didn't get this, so I'm quitting. They've never even logged into the back office. I feel sorry for them. They've never even really truly given it a chance because maybe they're not going to be big builders per se in the matrix. Some of you guys are going to be 20,000 a month earners selling merch and content and courses. And guess what? Some of you guys won't sell a thing, but you're going to go sign up an influencer who sells $20,000 worth of merchandise. And we're going to cut you in by global when courses are sold, right? So I want you to really think about that only thing that we're doing inside of Vibe is connecting you guys and figuring out how to monetize what you know. That is Vibe, period. If you come in here and you tell me your hopes and dreams, I'm probably going to turn it into something that's going to make you money. That's what I do. I am a money maker, a legend maker. So from vision board to storefront, many of you guys have been saying, shoulda, woulda, coulda, I want to do X, Y, and Z, and you don't know how to execute it. Well, guess what? I am a passionista with my sister of all things creative, and there's not much that we haven't tried. I've sold everything. Juices, pills, potions, lotions, gold. I was in a gold company. I was in a wine company. I was in a company called Game Loot selling mobile games, and I don't even play mobile games. I was in a company selling teas and coffee. I was in everything. You know why? Because the people who get rich are the people who figure out a service to offer the public and they monetize it. So whether it's a mug or a mindset, you're creating something worth sharing. Create freely, earn intentionally, style that speaks and sells, right? Vibe was a thought in my mind. And then I didn't make this stuff up. Reagan didn't make it up. We said, well, what's everybody else doing? Well, what do we love about entrepreneurship and what don't we love about it? Well, I don't like the fact that I feel like I'm by myself and I have to find customers by myself. So I need a sales force. How do I do that? Well, we also looked at other companies like iMarkets Live or IML turned into Iovia, but they're no longer in existence. That was the first Forex network marketing company that ever existed. And they made millions and they're no longer in existence. So guess what I'm thinking right now? Okay, well, we're going to roll out a trading app because there's 100,000 people that were once in a company last month that are no longer in that company and they're looking for something. So how can I create a service? And what if I just got 1% of that 100,000 to come over here? That's how I think. That's how you guys have to think as business owners, not as networkers, not as, I don't have any friends, blah, blah, blah. No, we can't think that way. I'm going to turn you guys into money-making machines if you get out of your own way, change your mindset, and you become creators, okay? Who's coming with me? Just put me in the chat if you're coming with me. Everything you can monetize. Somebody monetized a pet rock. Seriously, a 9-year-old kid, and he made $1 million. Look it up. He drew a face on a rock with some wiggly eyeballs, and he called it a paperweight, and he made $1 million. So I stole this from Jonathan today because I think it would make a really good t-shirt. You can't grow rich with a scarcity mindset. Nope, you will never. If you think everybody's broke, guess what? I spent the last 2 years hanging around with a whole bunch of rich people. And they walked around in flip-flops and cut off shorts and tank tops. They didn't look rich until I rolled up in their $40 million house and flew to Belize first class with them. And I realized that they're constantly creating. So if you guys think that everybody's poor, they're not. It's just we have to elevate ourselves and we have to get into a different tax bracket. Number one, we have to get around some different types of people because I was at dinner with these people and they were spending $10,000 on dinner, where most people are trying to scrape up $250 a month to pay their memberships. And all it is it's a mindset. You have to get in a quiet place. And if you're not happy with your income right now, then you have to make a decision. I always say MAD stands for make a decision to do something different. Or I'm going to talk to you a year from now and you're going to still be in the same place that you're in. Now, some of y'all are balling out of control. You got really good jobs. I know who you are. You're making $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year, and you're exhausted. And you can't take any vacations. And you're the cash cow for your whole family. Anytime something goes wrong and you have to come out of pocket. Am I talking to anybody out here? Just put a 1 in the chat. You're the one. You got to pay for everything because other people are not focused on their money. So now everybody feels like they're entitled to your money. So guess what I do? I put my people on. I'm not going to be the one at dinner paying all the time. I want to be around some people where we fight over the check and we say, oh, no problem. I got it this time. I want to hang around with those types of people. So we got to surround ourselves, and guess what my type of people are is you guys. So I want all of us to at least, is this fair, guys? I want all of you to be making at least an extra, don't quit your job, $5,000 a month. If you're in agreement with me, just type 5K in the chat. I want to put in 5,000 new people. How do we do that? Well, there's 80 of you guys on here. And if we all committed, this is the crazy thing. If we just all committed to focusing for the next 30 to 90 days to just bring in 3 people and teach those 3 to do the same. And you stay committed though, because when you bring in your 3, those 3 don't know what to do. So you have to tell them what to do. And then guess what? You're going to launch them and they're going to bring in 9 people. But guess what? Those 3 new people don't know what to do. You guys know what to do because you've gone through the storm. Is this making sense right now? Do not think your 3 people you sign up next week are going to understand what to do. Do not trust those 3 people. Take them by the hand and launch them. And when they sign up 3 new people and 9 new people come into your organization, treat those 9 people like you signed them up. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because you got to start looking for people who want to create courses. You have to start talking to people who are creatives and want to create t-shirts and designs. And guess what? They may be a customer of yours first. They may spend, Michelle Weaver, $20, $25, $30 on a t-shirt just to support you. And then you can say, well, listen, I just want to tell you that you actually have an opportunity to do the same things that I'm doing. Let me invite you on a Zoom. Let me show you our back office. You don't even have to do a presentation. Just show them what we have. And I know you guys can't see everything right now because we're working like the Dickens, and we're uploading as much as we possibly can, but show them what we have. So let me show you what we have. I've been going through some of your designs and I think they're pretty cool. So these are designs that I got from your job form. And if you're not on here, just, I didn't have time to put everybody's stuff on here, but I think this mug is pretty cool. Would any of you guys buy this mug? It says Gray Legacy. I like this little fire sign. Wisdom creates the spark. This is for all kind of the seniorpreneurs. I think that's a pretty cool mug, right? I like this one too. If you look really closely, it says feel the vibe, visualize your breakthrough. And the breakthrough, I'm kind of getting this creative idea from this young lady. And you see how the eyeball, it looks like a cracked lens and vibe is coming through the cracked lens. I think it's cool. right? I think it's pretty cool. Like if you really are like, oh, okay, I see what she was trying to do. I get it. I like the creativeness of this design right here. It could be a lot of things. It could go on a mug. It could go on a sweatshirt. It could go on a bag. I get it, right? I also like this one because this person is from another country and she has a whole line of, you know, a whole line of these kind of shirts and mugs and cups. So I think that's pretty clever as well. And then I like Snack Boss. I like Too Cool. These are just kind of simple things that you could put on t-shirts and mugs and things like that as well. And then my friend Jason, the invitation, he was so adamant about doing straight out of Struggle Town. I like it. I am a bit of a cornball, and you remember when it was like straight out of Compton and straight out of X, Y, and Z? I would wear this shirt, right? And then I love this shirt as well because number one, it's kind of like creative graffiti and it says, thick is beautiful, right? My man always says, nobody wants a bone but a dog. So when I put on a little bit of weight, he's not complaining. So I love this. I think it's super creative. And I like the fact that people are coining the Vibe U because it's catchy. Vibe University. And there's so many things you can do with that. And then on the back of this cup, it says, the campus is digital. The mission is you. I think that's pretty dope, pretty creative, right? And then some of you guys have your own brands right now, like Hassani and Key out there has UV. And I think it's pretty clever, an orthodox vision. And I would buy this mug. Also, I know Hassan, he makes coconut candles, like real coconut candles. And he could promote that inside of the Vibe community. And he could get a website with Vibe Brandworks. That's going to roll out over in the month of July. Don't let me get to lying to you guys, but it is going to roll out here. If you want to create your own website because you don't have one and you want it to be an orthodox vision, and now you can drop your links places and say, hey, listen, um, I got a deal on the coconut candles. I ship all over. I don't know. I'm just giving you guys a space to be able to create. Okay. I love this one too. It says Vibe You. The campus is digital. The mission is you. So you can kind of see it on a different design. I love this Vibe legend in the making. I would buy that. Right? I would buy it. I love Legend Made. I love the lion right here. I love the Vibe logo. I'd probably make this Vibe logo just a little bit smaller so it doesn't overlap this lion. And this is what our stylist will do. She might tell you guys, hey, you might want to think about adjusting this color here and there. But I love this idea, this lion theme of Legend Made. I love Retired Life and the paint can dripping. I think this is pretty dope as well. We've carried the baggage. Now let's take the trip. Ask me how. And then it has the little passport on here. Because guess what? We're about to travel, ladies and gentlemen. We're working on our mansion right now for Vibe Ventures. And some of you guys are going to get to, pay your money and come stay at the mansion. Some of you guys maybe don't sleep at the mansion, but you want to be there and create content. That is going to be our first event. It does cost money, but we're working on the pricing right now. But that's going to be in September. Okay. So I'm excited, but this is an opportunity for you guys to buy your own merchandise. And when you buy your own merchandise, people are going to say, oh, that's pretty clever. Well, what's Vibe? Oh, funny you should ask. On my Camaro that I had wrapped in psychedelic sparkly colors, my license plate says 4, it's a 4 and an X, pays. And I've signed up a lot of people because people always come up and say, what's your license plate say? I'm like, Forex is the #1 money-making market on the planet. Have you heard of it? Well, that's what I do. I bought this car with cash when I was in a Forex company. So now I own a Forex company. You guys have to start saying it too. You have to start saying like where Jerome is like, oh yeah, I launched a company. It's called Vibe. My business partners and owners, CEOs and owners of the company are X, Y, and Z. You guys have to start treating Vibe like you launched it, because we're giving you the keys to the kingdom. Okay? Without the price tag and the lack of sleep. I like this one too. Bev does a lot of t-shirts, and she takes my sayings. My price today will not be my price tomorrow. I say that all the time because I mean it. Because eventually I'm going to be like Myron Golden, and I'm going to charge $11,000 an hour. And I don't flinch saying that, right? Some of you guys have to believe that you're worth 11,000 an hour. If he can charge 11,000 an hour, why can't you? He's just put in more hours and more work than me. So I got to get my weight up so that, I can not be charging $250 a month. Okay. So I want it to make sense for you guys that we're going to start to just tell you how to get your value up. And don't be afraid to tell people your prices. But here's what you have to do. You do have to look at the market. The reason why Vibe is $250 a month is because that Forex company that just went down, they were $289 a month for Forex only. $122 extra a month if you want to add crypto. And if you wanted personal development, it was $120 to start and $99 a month. I know the market. So we have to make Vibe competitive in everything that we do. Does that make sense, guys? You got to study your market. You can't charge something outlandish unless, you start creating your influence, and then you can charge whatever you want. So I love this legend made, Vibe Fit. Vibe, broke today, booked tomorrow. I think that's so clever. You guys like that? Broke today, booked tomorrow. Yep. Sweet vibes. I love this, for the musicians. Some of you guys need to start thinking about who's inside of our community. And I love this little vibe on the sleeve, and proud seniorpreneur. Love it. Okay. Stack, build, duplicate. The vision's yours, believe. I love that. And then this is another great legacy. Wisdom creates the spark, but it's in a different color. Are you guys having fun? I think people have done a phenomenal job. Let's see what else we have, because I got some more things to show you guys. All right. I love this too. So here's what I want you guys to write down. Somebody type this in the chat. Now, when you guys do start to create designs, you can't have them on t-shirts, right? And a lot of you guys have your designs already on here, which is fine, because I love how creative this is. But what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to get your design in write this down, AI file or vector file, or use PNG. So when you do create your own store and you send them your designs, it has to be in like a vector file or a PNG. It can't be on the shirt, you know what I mean? Or the cup. It can't be on here. Does that make sense? Put a 1 in the chat, everybody. PNG file or a vector file, something that is high resolution. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Okay. I love this design. If you guys could see it more clearly, it says prosperous with these hands. I would wear that. I am a very simple person. I just like to put on I would probably make it a tank top so I could wear my zip up jacket and my leggings. Also love this university, Vibe University. I love that. I think that's pretty clever and cool. Now, if you do use, logos and stuff like that, you will have to get those approved. And then if we're like, okay, yeah, you can go ahead and do it, sell it on your site. But if you do put the logo and stuff, you'll have to tell us. Okay. I like this one. It says change one life, then change another, one person, one legacy. I love this one too. I think they accidentally put an extra S right here. I think I Am God's Masterpiece, the original. I think there's only supposed to be one S. I'm not quite sure. Okay, but I still love it. I think it's pretty cool. But do you see what you guys, you're super clever. So you guys, when you do start to get your designs, you can start to put them on cool things. I love this one too, and you can't see that it had a scripture on it. And I didn't even notice. I think this is pretty cool. There was some bees on here, some Bitcoin on some of these coins. And it talked about like legacy. So I thought that was pretty cool. Also, like this person, New Unapologetic You, that's Katya's own brand. So what Katya would have to do is see what the partner has that she could put her designs on. They may not have certain things, but you may be able to say, hey, can you get something like this so that I can put it on a swimming suit, right? They may be able to get those kind of things, and we'll be able to ask them all of those questions. And you guys will too, because they're now going to become your partners when you're doing your own website. So I think that's pretty cool. I also like this one. I Was Created to Love, and then it's in Spanish. And I do love a good unapologetic. I would wear this. I think this is Katya's. I would definitely wear this outfit because I think it's cute. And I love simple things. I love when people have to stop and say, well, what do you mean? It's a conversation starter. Your apparel should make people stop and ask you questions, right? And then I just wanted to spotlight a few things. So my daughter is a creative. She actually, the young people, they create these jackets, and she actually sold her first jackets for $250. And this was some football players at the University of Kentucky. It was their girlfriends. And my daughter actually took a blanket and she got their images transposed onto this blanket. It was like $70. And then she cut out the images and she sewed them onto these girls' jackets, and they paid her $250 to do it. She's made a couple of them, so she's pretty creative. I got her a sewing machine. And then I love Nipsey Hussle. You guys know Nipsey Hussle passed away. I was killed a couple years ago, and Nipsey started Vector 90. Vector 90 was a hub for entrepreneurs. And he sparked the marathon continues, and he sold the CD for $100. He's the first one to ever sell a CD for $100. And I'm going to tell you guys the book that he read. I'm going to find it in just a second. And you probably want to read that book if you want to be a marketer. It could make you $1 million. So I'll find the book in just a second. But do you guys see this is a rug? This is my son's feet. So you can see how big the rug is. And he made this. I sent him a picture and he made this rug. How many of you guys would buy a VYB rug? Or you might want to create a rug for your daughter's birthday or your son's graduation or whatever, right? He can pretty much do anything if you send him the design. And this is what he does. He also made this one right here. You see how he built the frame, and then he made this. And he's got a lot of them. So he's super creative. I mean, it is like spot on to the detail. This says prolific because Nipsey Hussle has a tattoo on his face that says prolific. So to a T, he is probably, my son is the most creative and the dopest at making these rugs. He's very meticulous when he does it. So I was telling him, I was like, listen, get a website and you might buy ad space inside of VYB and get spotlighted. Okay. So interesting things. You might have a book, right? And VYB Spotlight, don't get it confused. VYB Style is for t-shirts and mugs. And now you guys are not going to sit on our website. You're going to have your own website on our page. I'm just so excited about this. But VYB Spotlight is different. VYB Spotlight is going to be places where you can spotlight yourself inside of the communities, but you might want to spotlight yourself on a banner. You might want to spotlight yourself on our VYB community news that's going to roll out. You might want to spotlight yourself on our, it's called VYB Connect. It's a directory where you can be on there and you can spotlight your business. And in the month of July, it's going to roll out. We're probably going to give it to people for free in the month of July. And then it's going to cost. So you might end up paying like $19 a month to be spotlighted in multiple places. Because you want to be, does this make sense, guys? You want to be everywhere inside of the ecosystem. Because hundreds, soon to be and thousands, and soon to be more thousands of people will see you. And what if you just made 10 sales on t-shirts a month and 10 course sales, and then your people sold stuff and you brought them in and you got $2 here and $3 there, and you're making money in the compensation plan, and you're promoting Seafire that's going to roll out in July, and people can spend $99 one time and have 300 AI courses in crypto, and you make $30. But there's 3 levels of pay. Can you guys see that there's a lot of ways to make money? So I really feel sorry for people who are like, oh, I didn't make any money day one, I'm leaving, when they've done nothing. Can you see why I kind of feel sorry for them? But as long as people like leave politely, we'll let them come back. If they do a chargeback, I'm never letting them come back. I'm that petty, Betty, right? No, you don't get to be messing up our merchant and come back. That's not going to happen. But guess what? They can buy a book from you. So like Jerome's book is on Amazon. I stole it off of Amazon. Understanding the reason God made man, what made him do it. I'm going to buy it. Well, actually, he gave it to me, and I'm going to read it, Jerome, right? I'm reading this book because I'm excited about it. Courtney Logan wrote a book a long time ago called Shaped by the Fire. I thought that it's a really, really good book as well. Bev wrote a book. Bev, I couldn't find your other image of your seniorpreneur book. But now what Bev could do is Bev needs to get her book on Amazon, and she needs to learn how to get a bestseller tag on it, because you can do that when other people, I think Jantuan was telling us this, when other people buy your books out of the country, you can get a bestseller. So that's stuff you guys want to learn in here, because it's something when maybe you haven't even sold one copy of your book, but then you can go do a book tour. You can go set up at our conventions and set up some booths, because we're going to do expos where you guys can now set up your booths and things like that when we start our expos. Once we get everything off the ground over the next, 30 to 90 days, and then, 6 months and in a year, where do you think we're going to be when we have a lot of creatives over here sharing what they know? So now Bev needs to get a hard copy of her book. And Marley's big idea is the road ahead. I started to read this book, and it's actually loosely about me. And I thought that was pretty cool. And it's a cool book. And just clever. And the Seniorpreneur Playbook, a real world guide to growing a business after 60. Well, Bev, you now will have your own VYB style website, and they print on everything. So now you can go make just a journal booklet, and you might charge a couple dollars or whatever for this, and people can buy your journal. Like, I love to write in notebooks, right? It's a lost art right now, people writing. So I just think it's super clever what we're going to do, what we're doing, not what we're going to do, but it's actually what we're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and unmute you guys. And what do you guys think? What do you like best? Let me unmute you. So right now we're kind of transitioning. So now you guys you can continually upload your designs back there, and I'm just going to be looking at them, and so is our designer. And tomorrow we're going to meet on a Zoom at 1 o'clock and 8 o'clock, and we're going to take a tour through the 40,000 square foot facility, and you guys can see all the cool things that 40,000 square foot facility can do. They can print on anything. So she's going to walk us around so you guys can start to get some ideas that maybe you didn't have. Now that we're going this different direction and you're going to have your own website, it just is a game changer. So go ahead, raise your hand. Let's talk, guys. What do you like best? Go ahead, Bev. Connie, you're next. Miss Denise, you're next.
Megan. This is unbelievable. I am just in awe. I mean, having our own website linked in the back office to where if somebody wants to go and purchase something specifically from Jerome or Katia or myself, absolutely amazing. And to see my images and my books on this screen tonight, I'm so emotional I can't even hardly talk. I mean, this is unbelievable. And I am so happy with, I mean, I've written the 7 books and I've got such good response from them, and I can't wait to spotlight them and to have my own page in Spotlight. I don't know what to say except thank you. You have absolutely gone over the top with this, and it's exactly the shot in the arm I've been waiting for. Thank you.
You're welcome. Real quick too, sometimes guys, you just need the inspiration. This is like, take a screenshot of this. I'll actually turn it into a PDF for you guys and I'll drop it in the Telegram. So don't worry about screenshotting. You can screenshot on the PDFs that I give you. But sometimes you just need to see your designs so you can say, oh my gosh, now I need to have it in my hand. Does that make sense, Bev? Like once you
Absolutely.
believe it, and then once you believe it, you're going to start to take steps to make it a reality. And then you're going to have a book, and then you're going to be at the library, and your people are going to want to buy your book, and you're going to tell. It's just all kind of things you can do. It's just
I was so proud of the Marley books because, as you said, it is loosely based on you. But the last one, The Road Ahead, it's a very personal journey, and it kind of ties. I think I told you it kind of ties you and me together in certain ways, and I did it on purpose. And I am most proud of Marley's big ideas, The Road Ahead, and it's just. I mean, I've got you in it. In the first book, I mentioned your dad loosely. I mean, I just brought it all together. VYB and you and the journey and of course the seniorpreneur books is talking about making an income later in life and things that we're all doing. But the Marley books, don't sleep on them because that Road Ahead is a powerful little book.
it is. I actually am reading it and I'm like, man, this is like really, really good. I want to read it to my niece. I think she would really love this book. So thank you so much, Bev. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Megan.
You're welcome. Okay, I see Connie, Denise, I see Jerome, I know it says Iverland and I keep Shane, I think. Go ahead, Connie.
Well, let me just say that looking at all of these designs have really inspired me. And we got some really talented people in this group. We really do. Some really talented people. I am disappointed, though, that I didn't see my little design up here.
I ran out of time.
That's okay. That's okay. But I'm just saying it's encouraging because I thought it was a little clever idea. But now that we're going to all have our own separate website, where we can direct people to it, it encourages me to know that my cup of tea may not be for everybody, but there's somebody out there who might love it. And I think that's great, Now, the other question that I have, and I think you answered this already, but I'll ask it again. When we get our link, we will be able to share it with the general public and they will be able to come to this site and look at our work?
Well, it's actually let me mute you for a second. So it's actually your website. It's a website, and what we're going to do is, let me go back here. Okay. It is just a regular website that you have, just like our Vibe Style is a regular website. We're going to just create a little image on our, we're now shifting gears as of today. So we're going to have our own website, and our own website will have a little square right here that says Vibe Style. And then we're going to create, when you get yours done, we'll put a little square here, but when people click it, it's linked to your actual website. So your actual website is a standalone website. Does that make sense?
Stop pretending that you're chefs.
Uh-oh.
You must be to get a grip.
Carlotta, you're unmuted.
Yes, it does make sense. Thank you so much.
So yeah,
Yes.
so it's really just, it's your website. It's
Mhm.
just now we're going to design a little card of your website and put it on our website. But when you click it, it actually goes to your website.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Thanks for clarifying that for me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Let's see, Miss Denise, jump in.
I am so overwhelmed right now. I see two of my daughter's actual drawings. Thick is beautiful. She drew that for me in middle school.
This one?
Thick is, she did that one just recently, the Prosperous, but the Thick is Beautiful, she drew that in middle school.
Yeah.
And put it on a t-shirt, but she did it by hand with a t-shirt paints, and it was absolutely gorgeous.
You know what I'm noticing? I think this T
is a woman.
It's a woman. I didn't even notice that, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, that is super clever. Yeah, I love it. I will wear it. I will buy that.
And I can't wait to see my my new t-shirt
No,
that I just sent over. I am so excited about that one.
Isn't it fun to create?
Yes.
It's
and
fun.
we're artists. We're artists already. You know, my artwork, I haven't submitted those because I wanted to, you know, get a few things, different things out there, but it has sparked my creativity. And, you know, this is exciting. So exciting.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And on Vibe Brandworks, you guys will be able to create your own websites because if you have paintings or other businesses, you could create other websites as well. But this website is connected to this vendor that we're using. So now you can print, people can go here and it's on demand, and then they, pay you, and you pretty much don't have to do anything except create it and put it on there and drive traffic, and you don't have to do anything. People will go to your site, they'll buy stuff. You never touch the product. You don't have to ship it or anything. So they're your partners. We're your partners as well. But of course, you could go to some other, website and create your own stuff, but, there's convenience of not having to touch the product or ship it or anything like that. Is that Shane out there? And then Jerome and Ronette? It says Ivor, but
You could call it you could switch it to Shane Linton too, and or something like that. It's up to you. It's all good.
SHANE.
NE.
Okay. I'm renaming you.
It's all good. What I will say, I'm very, 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 very impressed from a business perspective. The vision of it and the mindset of it. I was told by Keisha that you guys showed one of my mom's dresses that my mom and I collaborated on. We call the business a Hint of Maria. And yeah, she's excited about it. And oh, I now remember the question I had. Regarding persons who may do stuff like that, like dresses and so on, how would the partner, are they able to do that, or are they just restricted to just regular and stuff like that?
That's a great question. So that's something a little different. That's her business, right? So that's where you would go to Vibe Works, and create a website if you don't already have a website, and then sell designs there, because they're not if for example, if you guys already have a swimsuit line or something like that, and you've chosen you already have a business, that doesn't necessarily go here in this merch movement. Does that make sense, Shane? If
Okay.
she has, if it's dresses and all kind of things like that, that's something that she could still promote that inside of Vibe. It's just wouldn't be on this platform. She would get create the website in Vibe Brandworks, and then she could still spotlight and drive traffic and do all those kind of things. We actually have a marketing system that we're going to roll out as a direct sales product, where it's pretty dope. We're getting ready to use it, where we're going to be able to send text messages, emails to 75,000 people, automate things, all that kind of stuff. So we're putting together a package too that you guys will be able to purchase later on if you want as well, and run a whole business out of this ecosystem. Does that make sense, Shane?
I get where you're coming from. So that doesn't fit this category. So what is the limit of what can be created and stuff? So like dresses is out. What other things outside the dresses that wouldn't fit with lifestyles?
We're just going to have to take you through tomorrow. She's going to take you through the facility and everything, but it's not going to be where, okay, for example, let me go back here. So this is more like when I'm looking at this original dress let me see if I can pull it up. Like, this is not stuff that they would do at their facility, right? Are you saying that this is what did you say it was your mother?
Yeah. This is dresses that I collaborated with her. We did a mock-up and stuff, and looking at different concepts and so on. Because I asked I don't want to call the person's name, but I asked him first, hey, can I do something different out of the box? Because I like to do stuff out of the box and stuff, right? So my mom loves dress wear and so on.
I love it, but it's not for Vibe Style, because they're not creators of, you know what I mean? You're going to this is more of a business that you guys are trying to create. It's not so much just like a merch movement where I'm putting a vector design on a t-shirt. That's what this Vibe Style is. It's more like merch movement, merchandise. What you and your mom are doing is pretty phenomenal, but you need designers. You need to figure out which fabrics you want to use. This is a whole line that you're wanting to get off the ground. Now, here's what you can do. You are going to have to do those things, not necessarily here, but you might meet somebody inside the community that can tell you where to get your fabrics, and then you have to go get these dresses made and things like that. And then you could put them on a website, and now you have a built-in community. So this isn't an overnight thing. This is going to be you and your mom working on a clothing line. Does that make sense? So Vibe Style is more merch movement, less of a clothing line.
Okay, so for example, if I create boxers, is that something that I can do? Would that qualify in Vibe Style?
Create what?
Like boxers for men. Like if I created a boxers type of thing, merch type of thing, can that work, or that is also out of
that? You guys are going to be able to, I would say create it, and then tomorrow when I take you guys through the facility, they can do a lot of different things. And then that's where, when you do get to the point where you are going to get a store, and you'll be working with them creating your store, and you can ask them different things like, what kind of designs do you have? Do you have boxers? Do you have, what kind of t-shirts do you have? Like, we wanted very specific t-shirts because I used to run a t-shirt company, and I like the next level apparel t-shirts because they're super stretchy. So that's what you would be going over with them when you start getting things off the ground. Now, boxers, I'm sure they can probably do, but things like this, no. This is what you guys would do, and then you would promote your clothing line inside of Vibe, though. Does that make sense?
Okay.
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 Things like this is more like where you guys
Mhm.
are trying to put together a clothing line.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing my stuff. I was created to love both English and Spanish. I know you were saying a while back that the Spanish folks felt a little left out, so I just created the Spanish version for them.
No, I love it.
Yeah. So let me get other people opportunity,
All
but
right.
it'll be tomorrow.
Won't be on here forever, guys. So I'll speed it up too. But thank you so much. So I'm gonna try and get as many of you as I can because at 9:30 I am going to have to hop off of here. I know tomorrow though it's going to be more vibe style and walking through the facility, and you guys can be as excited as I am. Ronette, really quickly jump in, and then I see PPS and then Coach Kola, Amani, jump in really quickly.
Hi, Megan. Hi, everyone. Hi, family. So what time is the, are we going to see the, what
On the
time?
1 o'clock call. It's the call. It's
Okay.
1 o'clock tomorrow.
Just one, not 8. Okay. All right. I'm trying to make it work. So listen, I don't want to sound corny or anything like that, but I feel like this is like the best company. We get to do a field trip, a little virtual field trip. I think that's so bomb, right? The other thing is, just kudos, kisses, hugs, loves to not just you, Megan. I know you're the face of the company, but your entire team for such creativity and vision. I just think it's every week when I'm on the calls, but like when I hear something coming out, I feel like it's Christmas, or I feel like the little girl in Polar Express, like it's wonderment. So I just think it's cool. I also wanted to say that if, for those that are believers, the word create actually in Hebrew means bara, which means that it refers to God or Yah bringing something into existence from nothing, right? And it also means to form something, right? From like maybe even pre-existing material. So it's two words, bara, which means to bring something out of nothing into existence. We're creating something initially into the universe for humanity. And then Asha, A-S-A-H, which actually means to form something out of existing materials. And I just feel like when you were talking about all the things and all the creative family members who are putting things into Vibe, I just immediately thought like in the beginning, God, Yah created, right? And so we are creators. I think that's awesome. And the last thing I wanted to share is about thought. This company is just stretching us to think, not just to create, but to think. And how many people know that that's how manifestation works, right? You first think about something and you have a powerful belief behind it. Then you put the actions behind it to make it actually come to life. And that is making Vibe different than any other company that's out here. And I just wanted to share that. Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
So much. I remember the first time I met you, and we were on the call for an hour, and it was like a long time ago. And I'm so blown away by you. And yes, right now I might kind of be the face, but all of you, do you guys understand that all of you are going to be the face of Vibe? Megan Lynch, my face is about to back into the bushes like Homer Simpson. Um, and I want you guys to be the face. And the more I push you guys, like I back up and I kind of push you out there because that's what real leaders do, is going to push the next group of leaders. I love listening to you, Ronette, because I learn so much when I listen to you.
I love you too, sis. You are a birther. You know, you are one of those moms, or what do they call the women that help deliver? I know somebody on here knows what I'm talking about. You helping to deliver our babies.
Midwife.
Yes, you are. Thank you. You are a midwife. I don't know if anyone has told you that. I know that sounds probably old fashioned or corny or whatever, but you literally are a spiritual midwife to so many people. I mean, what did I say? You know what I'm talking about, guys. And so thank you for that, and and continue to walk in your anointing. It doesn't matter what the naysayers are saying, because when they naysay, the intercessors just pray harder. So, okay, next.
Thank you so much. You. PPS, who is that?
Hey, this is Cheryl. Hey,
Cheryl.
this is really great. I'm just kind of looking forward to everything going forward, what's going to happen with Vibe and with Vibe Style. So real quick, I just had a couple of questions. So I'm the one kind of asked earlier. So being that we're doing this now with the own website, so we no longer need to submit our styles.
Keep submitting.
Keep submitting. Okay, that's one question. The next one is when the website, when you said we're going to have a little square and then they're going to click and go to our website. So are you saying that they're going to help us create a website, or we kind of have to do that on our own? I want to make sure I understood that.
No, they'll design it for you.
Oh, they're going to design the website for us. Okay.
So I do have to get some more clarity and everything too. We just today had just decided to go this route, which I think is so very clever that now it's Vibe Style place. So yeah, but we didn't create our website either. They created, we kind of don't know what we wanted, and then they have designers that, you know, create, put your stuff on there or whatever. So
okay, great.
To get some more ins and outs about that, and just what the process is going to be. So you guys, I just made this decision. Actually, I've been thinking a lot about it over the last 30 days as I'm going through everybody's designs with the designer. Like, okay, how are we going to, in theory, this sounded really good, but can we pull it off? This is what, for the last 30 days, how can we pull it off and be fair? And then it's like a conglomerate of a whole bunch of things. And then it was like, it's clicked and they said, oh, this is great. We can do it this way. So now this week I'm going to be getting some more info, and tomorrow we'll get some more info, but they will design, they'll create it. And then we'll take your little Corsi card thing or whatever and put it on here.
Okay.
And link it.
Okay, that's perfect. So just real quick. So tomorrow when we go through the talking with the people who has the building, will we get some kind of, I think the question may be, will we get some kind of directory of the things that they can do? Like, will we know if they do pins, but they don't do, you know, trinkets? Will we get some kind of directory, a list of things, so we won't have to keep asking, well, what can you all do?
That's what this is a new partner that well, it's not new. It's new from like January, February, like February-ish or March. So that's what we're working with them as well, because we went through the field trip and it was really clever. They have so much stuff, but we were like, okay, is there a directory? Like, how's this going to work? So yes, we're going to work on that as well, so that you guys have some ideas of what you can create and what is not an option at the moment or whatever. So
okay. And lastly, and I'm done, and lastly, so for us, the rev share, you said it's going to be you and them. So are we going to have some kind of, I guess, a separate conversation about how all of that is going to work, or some video or something like that?
Yeah, well, yeah, when we get to that point where when we get to that point,
okay,
so it's going to have a conversation of what that revenue share and how all that works.
How that's going to look. Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of jumping out here, and probably the owners are like, you weren't supposed to tell them yet, but you guys know I put this up really quickly today. That's why I didn't get through all of your designs to put on here, because I kind of finalized some things today. Reagan and I did, and I kind of whipped this up real quick, and it took me some hours to do it, so I didn't get all of you guys' designs on it. But
like the other lady, I didn't see my design, so I'm feeling some kind of way. The other lady.
No, we literally, guys, I just sealed this deal it was probably 4:00. So I've been sitting pulling people's designs out, and I was down to the wire. So I'll be pulling more designs out all the time, and I'll just be adding them to this PowerPoint. And don't feel any kind of way. It's just that I just did this today, this PowerPoint.
Okay, no worries. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah, this thing is day to day. Some days I'm like, that's a really great idea. And then tomorrow I'm like, this is a better idea. Who's next? Coach Kola, Amani?
Yes, thank you for taking my call, superstar. I just want to really speak to the amazing ingenuity and the scope and the class of what Vibe has put together. It really is a unicorn. I don't know how you keep it all together, and there's just not absolutely nothing like it. And then what comes to my mind is complexity simplified. It's amazing, how complex this whole thing could be, and how you guys have made it beautiful and totally simplified it. And it causes me to say that the Vibe um, ecosystem is really the epitome of a self manifestation space, especially with what we're looking at here. So thank you for
Yeah.
the amazing job that you're doing.
You're welcome. Coach Cola, it's me. This is me and Reagan. We were probably in the womb together,
Hmm.
like thinking up stuff. I'm constantly, I can't, my mind only it's always thinking of like, oh my gosh, that could be a shirt, that could be a bracelet, that could be a, you know, we've done so many things, Reagan and I, we have so many connections, and now it's just kind of bringing them all into one. Carlos Bernard calls it marketplace ministry. So it's it's gonna forever expand because we were made, you know this, Coach Koa, to create. So as long as we have breath in our body and we get into a space where we can create, and this is why I tell people, the only thing that money does, I believe, Coach Kola, and I'm going to get all the way back to when I was at 100, 200,000 a month. The only thing money did for me, Coach Cola, is allow me to be creative because I don't like to really spend money. I bought my car with cash, but I literally don't spend a lot of money. Like I could wear some leggings and a zip up jacket and I'm cool. I don't like to carry a purse. I just don't. I will dress up. You guys have seen me. I will dress up, but I like to have money so I can have freedom to not worry about certain things so I can sit around and think up.
Well, see, what we're looking at here, I was talking with one of our partners today, and this is even not seeing this yet. But when we were talking earlier on this morning at the very early morning meeting, when some people were talking about money that they've already saved, the money that they're already making from what they're learning in the classes, that maybe a lot of us haven't even opened our eyes to, it just truly shows why this is a unicorn. And I was saying to the person, I said, listen, if a person just earmarked, say, $3,400 for the whole year, that they're going to go to school with Vibe, that's $259 or whatever per month, even if they've never made any money in the multi-level marketing. The person that they will be at the end of the year will be so far above who they are today, and they'll be a money magnet. And that's what's so special about what we see here today. Thanks for letting me share.
Thank you so much, Coach Cole. I appreciate that. It means a lot. It really does. Appreciate you. Amani, jump in. Harvey,
I
you're
am here for what Coach Kohler just said. As you were showing us all of this, I was imagining you being interviewed, probably you and Reagan and Andre interviewed by someone saying, how did you come up with such an unusual company? This has never been done before. So, anyway, so I agree with all of what he said. The question I had, I wanted to let Shane's mother know that I really liked the dress, and I was wondering, but I think I have the answer now, if it could fit into the marketplace. But what I think I understand is that the 40,000 square foot facility is putting up the marketplace and they're going to make these things. Is that right?
well,
That
they
go
it's
into the marketplace?
so basically, and you guys will see tomorrow when you do a walkthrough, that company is run by two Hispanic brothers. They've been in business, I think, for like 20 years or something like that. And 40,000 square foot facility, and they do digital printing. They do screen printing. Wait until you guys see it. It's kind of unreal what they built. But they do a lot of stuff for like schools and uniforms, and but then they walked me through, and I had seen on there where they had um boxes where they had made these, like they could print on these boxes or notebook. So it's just a lot, and I'm learning too. I'll be the first to admit that when we get these partnerships, when I saw the facility months ago, I'm like, wow, you could do a lot of things. They have these really cool banners that are like interactive banners. So you guys will have a better idea tomorrow. But for Shane's idea, that's more of a he has a clothing line. He needs
Yes.
to figure out what fabric he wants to use. He needs to figure out who his seamstress is going to be. You know what I mean? So it's a very different
hmm If
business.
he has a website, would it go under Vibe Spotlight?
It
Would that be something that he could do,
it
or
would
they
go
could do?
basically it would if he doesn't have a website, he could do Brandworks, and Brandworks
Okay.
could do his own website, but then you're going to be able to buy ad space in Spotlight, or he'll be able to get into those communities for free and talk about his stuff. And if he has a website, he can drive traffic to him, you know what I mean, to himself.
Yes.
The problem is
Yes.
people have these great ideas, but you don't have any marketing, and no, you don't know where to find your stuff. I see people all the time with great things, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to buy that. Where can I get it? Do you have a website? No, not yet. Well, how you going to do business, right? So, and you're going to be able to do those things over here where you can get a merchant. You can, because some people don't even know how to do that. They don't know how to get a website, and then you got to apply for a merchant and connect your merchant. And that's all the stuff that we're doing right now. And it's an undertaking, but we can help talk about these things so that we can get you guys from step one to step done, you know?
Yeah. Maybe they could do a custom business, and we could order it. I'd order it.
Yeah,
So let
I
it other know.
So maybe
So
there's interest on here, Amani, inside the ecosystem that says, hey, let's collaborate. I like your design. I can sew. How about we cut a deal? We do it all the time. We cut a deal with Barnaby. We cut a deal with the marketplace that you guys are going to meet tomorrow. We cut a deal with these educators because they got their own businesses. We cut a deal with them. We're constantly cutting deals to bring greatness all in one place, right?
yeah.
So just a thought.
Great.
So,
Thanks.
Monty, I love that dress too, the purple one especially. Harvey Simmons, jump on in there. Oh, it's 9:37. Go ahead, Harvey. Um, your hand's up.
You forgot Romy Rome.
Oh, I did. Jerome, I think you were like next along, 5 people ago. Jerome. And then Harvey, you can go next once you get yourself unmuted.
All right, I'll be real quick. My book, I was shocked to see that you put my book on there.
I stole it
That
from
was that was cool. I was not expecting that. But that book came out of a Bible study. After being asked a question at work, a gentleman asked me if I was a Christian, and he told me he was an atheist, and I hadn't met one. In my circle, most of the people, I'm a PK, so mostly everybody I knew was in church or knew about God. And this gentleman said he was an atheist, and we got into a pretty vigorous conversation about that. And I try my best to get him to believe, the scripture says, give an answer to those who, question you about your faith, and be instant in season and out of season. And I thought that I knew some stuff. And he asked me a question. He said, well, if God is real, you believe God is real, right? Yeah, of course. He says, you believe he knows everything? I said, sure. He said, well, if God knows everything, why would he create a human being to destroy everything? And I paused. I was like, well, we got free will, the whole 9 yards, and he wasn't buying it. And so it puzzled me so much that I went home, turned on my computer, grabbed my concordance, for those of you who know what that is, and my Bible. And the scripture says, if any man lack wisdom, let him ask God, who gives liberally and upbraideth not, which means he'll give you the knowledge liberally. He said, if you knock, the door will be open. If you ask, it'll be answered. And if you seek it, you'll find. But, I just said, well, Lord, you got to tell me why you did it. And it was a Bible study. It took me 18 years to complete. And the book is going to be fabulous, especially for those who are struggling with, the reality of God. There's a lot of scientific data in there to support what Scripture says. And so I'm very excited about that. We're going to be turning the book into an audio book because people, are busy, and sitting down reading is probably one of those things that they don't factor into their day. So we're going to turn that into an audio, and I'm believing God that this book is going to change the hearts and minds of many, many people. So God bless you guys. Thanks again.
And it is done because we said, God said. So absolutely. Thank you so much, Jerome, for sharing. I agree. And, audiobooks, if any of you guys are, my brother's doing his audio book on the year of self. And there's different, tools you can use to just turn your book into an audio book. You can just talk into one of those tools, and AI will take your inflection and everything and do the whole audio for you. So just a thought. Harvey Simmons, last but not least.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. Hey, well, I'm again, like everybody else said before, it looks amazing. I think it's going to be, I'm glad God, kind of guide you in the right direction. I think this is going to be wonderful for all of us. My question was this. I dabble in a lot of family reunions, church, designs and things like that. Will we be able to, put this on the website, on our website, where they can literally go on our website and buy and purchase through, as far as like a family, they can go to their own little section and say, hey, I'm gonna purchase the Carlton's family reunion shirts. That would that be a reality, or is that something that we may have to talk to the
Nope. Yeah, you'll be able, I mean, that's probably the easiest thing ever to do. Yeah, you'll be able to just take your design, now you're going to be the plug for all the family reunions, Harvey, because you're like, hey, no worries, give me the design, and you give the design to them, and they'll create,
Yes.
people can go on there, buy it, and they ship to your people, so you never touch the product.
Oh, that's amazing.
You
Oh
don't
my
have to
God.
be handing out smalls and mediums, and Jeffrey forgot to bring his t-shirt. It's like, I'm not touching the product. Go to my website, here's the link, and go order your family reunion shirt. It's on there. Go get it.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's a whole nother business on itself. But yeah, hey, listen, I think this is amazing. I'm like the few ladies before. I didn't see my design, but guess what? It's okay. It's coming. All right. Well, y'all have a good night.
You will see it. I promise. I'm going to sit here, and I was working really, really fast, guys. And because I had to look what I had to do. Hold on, I'm going to show you guys. Like, I literally had to go take you guys' designs. I had to click on them. Then I had to remove the background. Then I had to I've been sitting here for hours and hours and hours today because I just did this part, like right here. Let me go back. So I think I worked pretty quickly, but from number 6 on, I had to create all this, and it took me hours today, and then I'll get back here and add
Hey,
more.
you did a great job. I'm just playing with you. You did a great job. I appreciate it though.
I don't want to forget people, but I'm going to finish going through you guys' design. So continue to create back there on the jot form, because again, we hired someone else to look at it as well. And they're getting back there and starring things. And then I'm just going to be kind of throwing them over here so that we can give people an idea of what we're really doing. I mean, this is a whole, to be honest, take away the vault, take away everything. We could probably run a business with each one of these different sections now. Like with Vibe Style, hey, we'll create your website. We'll blah, blah, you know, you don't have to do anything. You are going to have people who say, I'll pay $250 a month because somebody's going to do it for me. And my fiance used to create websites, and he was charging thousands of dollars for websites. Now, obviously, you can learn how to do them yourself, but a lot of times people won't learn how to do them themselves. So their ideas never get off the ground because they don't pay for somebody to get it done, right? So anyway, so you guys are going to learn more and more because I'm going to learn more and more after our walkthrough tomorrow on our 1 o'clock call. MyVibe.io is tomorrow. So 1 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern, and then we'll be able to ask her questions. She is kind of their representative that's working closely with us. So we just decided again that we're going to do it this way. So I'm not in the stage right now. This is going to happen in this month of July where now as you guys are, the next step for you guys is to make sure that your designs are pulled off of these shirts, right? You got to get them in the right PNG or the vector file. And then when you start, and then now you got a whole nother thing. Start thinking about what would I want my t-shirt website to look like? So I just went online, guys, and stole some people's t-shirt websites. I typed in t-shirt website templates and designs, and then I just snapshotted them, see, and I put them on here. So now that's your next thing that you can start thinking about. Like, what would I want my colors to be? Do I have a logo? Do I need to get a logo? How do I get a logo? Am I going to go to Fiverr? Am I going to create something through AI? But remember your logo, like it took us a while to create our Vibe logo. If you guys only knew what we went through to get this VYB, if you could only see how many logos we actually went through and paid for, and like, dang, we just paid this amount and we're not even going to use it. So it's a lot of things to think about, but Rome wasn't built in a day. So you guys have to remember, you don't have to get things done immediately. Like these are real businesses that are going to pay you real revenue. So take your time, have a plan, so that you can not be bouncing off the walls all over the place, if you know what I mean. Anyone else have any questions before I hop off? Was this helpful, guys?
Amazing.
Yes,
Extremely, very, very
That's
helpful.
amazing.
Yes.
Yes, definitely
I
amazing.
love it.
I'm
It's very
speechless.
helpful.
This is
Yes.
awesome.
And I'm not upset because I didn't see my design.
It's
I'm going to use
amazing. There's only 73 people here. God.
Wonderful. Yeah.
I like the
It's
part about the
awesome.
Vibe Expos. That sounds like it's gonna be fire.
Yes.
Yes,
Yep.
awesome, very great. I know,
Okay.
understand the things that you can write on the things.
Yes.
I thought we had to use the vibe, the logo of
Oh,
Vibe. But I realized you don't have to.
nope, you don't have to. You can do all kind of things now that you're going to have your own website with your own ideas and all that kind of stuff. So now, again, you guys can go and start, you can go and upload as often as you want, and we're just periodically kind of looking at it and going through it. But again, now you're going to be in a space where you have more creative control. You don't have to wait for Megan or our Vibe Style team to approve you. Like, once your website and you get connected, I'm the connector. Vibe is the connector. So now we connect you to the right people, and then you'll be designing and you'll be working with them. So it's not like, oh, I got to wait for Megan to approve my design before it can go on the site. That's not how it's going to work now.
Megan, is the form under Vibe Vault? I'm sorry, I need to just ask real
Under
quick.
Vibe Style.
Under Vibe Style. Okay, I apologize. Vibe Style. I'm hey guys, don't laugh at me. I'm literally gonna just comb through my house. I used to write down t-shirt ideas as people would say them forever. I can't find that notebook, but I'm gonna find it. So pray for me.
We will. We will. It's so you're going to go back here to access the vault. And remember, the only people that can create it on websites are legends. Okay. Just so you guys know. So make sure you remind people. I know people's money's funny right now. And some people are like, oh, I'm just going to downgrade. But then can you guys see why a lot of people are going to understand why you need to be a legend? Because there's just a lot of things that we're doing right now, even this call, that takes time, energy, it takes money, it takes conversations with vendors, it takes all this stuff. And that's why it's $250 a month for all of this. It's so worth it. But only legends can create. So you would go back here on, let me find it now. Right here, creator mode, onboarding. This is global. Click here. And that form, I think it lets you up, you can keep uploading different designs and new designs and everything. Just make sure that, you upload maybe as well. Anything with them now, but we'll find out now what our next steps are after tomorrow. Like now where do you go? So if I were you guys to be ahead of the game, start thinking about what would I want my website to look like? What would I want my name of my business to be now, right? Maybe I'm LLC because I plan on making thousands of dollars and I want my business to be set up correctly. So that's when you're like, maybe I should go to class and ask down here, watch. Let me ask and figure out how to go in a circle right now. I know I'm about to get off of here, but do you see how like everything is intentional to put these individuals here because I know you guys are going to need it on this journey of self-discovery. This is why we put 800 and he can talk to you about business setting up. So everything is in here, but I don't have all the answers. Does that make sense, guys? I don't know everything. That's why I have all these people inside of here because I will go ask them because they know that's their expertise. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah.
So
Yes, ma'am.
just don't feel like, oh, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what to do because I promise you the answers are probably inside the vault. Someone in here knows the answer to something. You just kind of bounce around and go to these classes and figure out what you need from the vault. Okay. All right. So I'm really leaving now. I will see you guys later. Peace and blessings. See you at 1:00 tomorrow. Make sure
Bye,
that you guys
Megan. Good night.
acted. Good night, everybody.
Seniorpreneur call at 6.